Hi, today I'll do a short video, quite an unusual video because I'll be reviewing something that's definitely not retro. I'll be reviewing two devices, two ACASIS, however you pronounce it, two of these. I didn't test this one yet, so I'll put it aside for now. I've tested this. I bought it because I need a hub for my M1 MacBook and obviously MacBook Air. It doesn't have too many ports, so I needed this. This is essentially a hub / docking station / external hard drive. Yes, you heard it right. This has NVMe drive right here. So this has been installed. I don't want to take it apart, and it's fairly easy. You just pop that out and you'll see the drive, and it is installed the same way as this one. So I'll show you that the installation, because this is brand new. I just bought it. And my opinion so far is that this is really great device. So you have an external drive. I think there's 1 terabyte Western Digital Blue SN, whatever, can't remember the number. I'll post the links in the description, all the links to all the drives and these devices in the description. So anyway, there's 1 terabyte drive as far as I remember. So again, I bought it because, as I said, I need a kind of dock for my MacBook, and this one is great. And also I do some photography, so this acts as a kind of portable drive with all these ports. Is really useful, SD card and all that. So yeah, again, just upfront, this is a great device. This is literally must buy for pretty much anybody, I would say. So what it is, it's, as I said, it's a hub with a drive installed here. It has obviously gigabit Ethernet. It has HDMI. This is HDMI 2.0, I believe, so it can do 4K 60 FPS, I think. It has SD card reader, so SD and micro SD. Unfortunately, this is not UHS-2, I believe. So normal card readers, cards, have that one single row. This and UHS-2, I think, have a separate row of pins here, and they are a lot faster. And they, modern cameras use those cards, but they work in this is compatible with UHS-2, so they are backwards compatible. So, but again, this is quite good. I don't complain. Like, this is not UHS-2, but it's fine. It has audio jack, Type-C. By the way, this whole device is USB 3.1, which is 10 gigabits per second. So, but there's a good news. But anyway, let's go through the ports. So USB-C, Type-C 3.1, Type-A 3.1, Type-A 3.0, and then Type-C 3.1, so 10 gigabit per second, and power delivery. And that's pretty much all when it comes to ports. And as I said, there's NVMe slot here. So, but this also has power delivery. I'm not sure if you can see there. So if you connect, say, I think 100-watt power supply here, you can get 80 watts charging to your laptop or whatever you're charging. So this is plenty of power. What's interesting about this hub is that it has separate controllers for each of these kind of ports, let's say. So if you can use simultaneously, say, USB 3.1 and 3.0 and SD card reader, so you can copy between those, and they won't share the bandwidth, so they will have their own dedicated bandwidth. It gets quite warm when you use it, and that's because of all these chips. There's like 3, 4, 5 separate USB bus managers or chips that kind of have their own dedicated bus for the bandwidth. Obviously, if you try to copy from, say, all of these to your PC or MacBook or Mac, this is still 10 gigabits per second, so it will be kind of limited to 10 gigabits per second. But again, it's plenty of bandwidth. And again, the bandwidth, if you copy, say, from SD card to your USB drive, or from SD card to your NVMe, or the other way around, the bandwidth they will have their own dedicated bandwidth. So as I said, I tested this already. I've been using this for probably 2-3 months. I can't really remember. And by the way, this is ACASIS CM073. You can see that right there, CM073. Again, I'll post the links there. So I did some testing, and the speed from the drive that you get when you're connecting to a MacBook is about 700 to 800 megabytes per second, which is almost 1 gigabyte per second of transfer, which is really, really good for USB 3.1 or 10 gigabits per second. And I'm really, really happy. As a portable kind of drive, this works perfectly for me. The SD card reader, as I said, it's not UHS-2, but it can do like 85, 86 megabytes per second, again, with fast card, obviously. By the way, the pretty much the only shared bandwidth that you get here is between micro SD and SD. So these two slots have shared bandwidth, so one controller. But everything else has their own kind of dedicated controller. As I said, HDMI is, obviously this is gigabit Ethernet. This is HDMI 2.0, as I said, so 4K 60 frames per second. Again, highly, highly recommend this. So I was so happy with this that now I built an external drive. So this is my hub / portable drive that I take with me. And this one is, let me show you. The model is TBU 401. I'm not sure if you can see it there. And supposedly, well, not supposedly, this is Thunderbolt 3 and USB 4 compatible. So you get 40 gigabits per second speed, which is perfect as an external drive that you have kind of connected to your PC or laptop permanently. So again, I just bought it. I didn't even test it. So let's open it. So it just opens right there. And it comes with these rubber things. You don't need screws to connect anything. So you just put it in there, and you just put your drive, which I'll do because I bought, where is it? Because I bought this. This is Western Digital Black SN770. And I'll post the links again in the description. You probably don't need this. The Blue series, which I, by the way, have here, will be sufficient because, again, 40 gigabits per second is still somewhat limiting for good NVMe drive. But these were actually fairly cheap on Black Friday, and I think they still are. I'll post the links again. So we can buy this, no problem. This is two terabytes. So just stick in there. And then let me do it off camera, just like that. And that's pretty much all. It comes with, now I don't know if I can find it. Let me see. It came with a thermal pad, and I misplaced it. I don't know, where is it? So I'll go and grab some spare thermal pad that I have. Again, this is all aluminium, just as this. So the whole thing acts as heatsink essentially. So what I'll do, I'll go and, yeah, I can't find it. I don't know where I. Yeah, this thing came with two of these rubber thingies, so you can actually reuse one of these somewhere else, and the thermal pad, and I can't find it right now. So I'll go ahead and find something. I think it's 1 millimeter or something like that, or maybe more. Could be more. Well, we'll test it. So I'll be back. I'll bring some thermal pads and put it here, and we'll see. Okay, so I got this pad here. I just measured it so that it roughly fits the drive. Let me put that back in. Just like that. This is, by the way, 2 millimeters, so I'm not sure if it won't be, maybe it will be too thick, but let's see. So I'll put it here, and what I'll do, I'll try and place that. Okay. Now went in, let's see if it did anything. Yeah, I'm not sure if it, that still might be too thin. Which is surprising. Okay, let me take that off. Let me reposition that again. So let's see if it leaves any marks. Which way does it go? I think it goes this way. That way or the other way around? That way, yeah, sorry. So it goes like that. Stick it in there. And let's see if it did anything. Oh yeah, it did. So as you can see, there's, well, you may see or may not see there's marks there. So this one works, and it's actually stuck to the... So I think 2 millimeters works pretty good, and I'm not sure what thickness the original pad was, but if it was less than 2 millimeters, I'd probably advise to put 2 millimeters. I can't remember. I think in this one, as far as I remember, it wasn't thick enough, so I had to again do, I think I put 2 pads, the original plus another 1 millimeter, I think. And on this one, it's the same story, so that's the only drawback of, I think, of this device. So now it should be fairly secure. And by the way, both of these devices come with the Thunderbolt, what is it? Thunderbolt 4, surprisingly. And I think this one came with the long one, and this one came with slightly shorter one. So this one, I think. So let's, and again, this is Thunderbolt 4. Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll connect this to my MacBook, and I'll share my screen, and we'll run some tests, speed tests on this, and let's see if it actually lives to my expectations. So I'll connect everything, and I'll be back. Okay, so the drive is connected to my Mac. The again MacBook M1, MacBook Air M1. This is formatted as exFAT, just in case I want to use it with Windows at any time. So let me share speed test window, and let's see what this drive can do. So let's hit start. So 2 gigabytes per second, right? And 2.2, 2.1 gigabytes per second, 2.6, 2.7 read speed. So as you can see, this is plenty. I'm really happy with this device. As I said, I highly recommend that. Now let me share and show you how it reports. It reports as actual Thunderbolt device. So let me share my screen again. So this is the system report for Mac, and as you can see, if I go here to Thunderbolt, as you can see, it's right here. So this reports as Thunderbolt 3, and as I said, it's capable of 40 gigabits per second. So that's exactly what they advertise it as. So I'm very happy with this. Now let me disconnect the whole thing from my Mac. So disconnected. So as I said, both of these are excellent devices. I mean, this is a must-have, in my opinion. This, just don't overpay for your Mac kind of internal drive. This is perfect. That's what I'll be using it as an external drive that's permanently pretty much attached to my Mac. So again, I highly recommend both of these. I'll post links down there for the drives that I use for these enclosures, for these devices. Just full disclosure, if you buy using my links, the links that I put there, I will get some small change for if you buy any of these. You'll get exact same price, and I think they are still running some sort of promotion where you get 10% off for any of these. They had a very nice promotion for Black Friday. I'm not sure if it's still running or not, but again, these are, don't buy cheap Chinese stuff. Obviously this is Chinese, but don't buy these Amazon thingies, hubs or anything. These are not good. This, on the other hand, I can highly recommend. And again, if you want to buy them, just use my links. And again, a reminder that's not related to any of these. 2,000 subscribers before Christmas, and I'll do a giveaway. Details in my channel's community tab. So yeah, watch this space, watch my channel, subscribe, and there will be a very nice giveaway. That's all for today. Thank you.